the main reason why you continue to remember him is of his good work. He did so many things for the country, so many notable universities, the light that you are using, so many factories across about. Most of the trees that we are seeing around here are planted by internal and external head of state when they pay visit to the park. So the ones that you see woodens in front of it are planted by internal and external head of state when they pay visit to the park. And we have quite numerous of them. So the first president to plant a tree here was the late former South African president, His Excellency Nelson Mandela, in the year 1991 in November. So as we be proceeding, I'll be showing you some as well. And you have this one, for instance, was planted by a former Ivorian president, His Excellency Laurent Gbagbo, in the year 2009. And the name of that tree is called Ackee tree. And Ackee tree is used by the Jamaicans in preparation of their national dish, Ackee swordfish. And we have quite numerous of them. So as we be proceeding, I'll be showing you. So the original name of this park was called the British Polo Grounds, and this was where our colonial masters were playing their game called polo. The whole area was a restricted area to the indigenous of Ghanaians. Black people were not allowed in here. So prior to our independence, our leader Kwame chose here for the declaration of our independence on 6 March 1957. And the reason of he doing that was that the area was restricted to black people in general. So he wanted us to now know that you have the right and freedom of movement without anyone infringing or interrupting upon our right. So he stood here to announce our independence on 6 March 1957. Years by in the year 1972, unfortunately, Kwame Nkrumah passed on, but after his death he has been given tree burial, and this place happens to be his final resting place. So in the year 1991 the park was established in honoring of his legacy, and it was done by one of our former presidents, and he's late now. His name is called Jerry John Lawrence. He established this park in honoring of Kwame's legacy. And when you say Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, he was a great leader to Ghana and Africa in general. And the main reason why you continue to remember him is of his good work. He did so many things for the country, so many notable universities, the light that you are using, so many factories across. About under his leadership, we had about 70% of industry in the country. And he was a leader that says that a country to call yourself independent, you have to be economically independent, not depending on foreign countries for aid. So in the year 1935, he studied in US. That he was mentored by some of the legends of Marcus Garvey, W. Du Bois. They inspired him of becoming a Pan-Africanist. So in the year 1947, Kwame was invited to Gold Coast to serve as a general secretary to a political party called United Gold Coast Convention. And it was the first active political party that was formed in Gold Coast then. This is where Kwame has been finally buried. His name, Osajifo, means the people redeemer, a savior or a warrior. A redeemer, a savior or a warrior. And the Kwame was the day that he was born. He was born on Saturday. So Kwame also studied in US, in Lincoln University in the year 1935, and obtained his bachelor degree in economics and sociology in Lincoln in 1939 under a scholarship. Continued to do his masters in University of Pennsylvania in theology and philosophy. So at the time that he died, He has been given 3 burial, and this place happens to be his final resting place. So his first burial took place in Guinea, Conakry. During that period, they gave him a state burial there. He spared the body for quite some period, 3 months. The mother was still alive. The mother was 100 years and used to cry every day that he wanted to see the body of the son before passing on. So the wish of the mother was granted, and they embalmed the body in a metallic coffin from Guinea Conakry to Ghana to his hometown in Nkrofo for the second burial. And after the establishment of the park, he assumed the body from Nkrofo and they brought it here. So at the time they used to have something of which when the person, the body comes out for viewing, but the body started decaying. And as traditional demands in Ghana, they use a wooden coffin against the metallic. They use that one and bury him here. So the metallic coffin is in the main museum. And the wife of our leader, her name is called Fatia Nkrumah. She is an Egyptian woman. She was born on 22nd February 1932. So at the time that they got married, she was 25 years and Kwame was 48 years. But their marriage was political arranged marriage. Excuse me. Their marriage was political arranged marriage. The main reason of Kwame getting married from that side was to align with the North African countries so that the organization of African unity would be easier. And they had 3 children in their marriage. But before our leader Kwame gets married, he first had his first son with a woman called Fanny Hetamala. He was half Ghanaian, half British. But they didn't marry, they dated and they had a son. The first son was born on 21st April 1935. He is currently 89 years, a retired pediatrician in Ghana, but it's rather unfortunate that he passed on 30th of June 2024, and his name is called Professor Francis Nkrumah. He also contributed to the eradication of tuberculosis in Ghana. And the second one, that's the first son, Mother Fatia, is currently 65 years. He's called Gama Nkrumah. The third one is called Samia Jaba Nkrumah. She's a politician in Ghana. He was a member of parliament, but not anymore, currently 64 years. The last one is called Sekou Nkrumah. The other 3 are still living with the exemption of the first son that currently passed on. So during the time that Kwame died, Madame Fatia didn't marry again. He remained faithful for 35 years before passing on. She died in 2007, but on her sickbed, she made a wish to the government of Ghana that when she dies, her body should be very close to her husband. So after her death, her wish was granted, and they moved the body from Egypt and they gave her a fitting burial. So this is the tomb of the wife. The tomb of the further, this was the mango tree that was planted by the late South African president in the year 1991. That's the matter. Compute form in the old Parliament House of Ghana, not far from here. It is opposite to the park. So during the year 1966, after the outage of the coup d'etat, the military together with the police started destroying most of the statues that was buried in the face of Kwame Nkrumah. So this one got broken, and it was to show that if Kwame Nkrumah was in Ghana at the time of the coup d'etat, they would have killed him. So after destroying the statue, the head got missing for 43 years. Anonymous woman found it, returned it to the information department, and it was brought here in that same year. It was mounted on 1st September 2009. The body was recovered in 1975. So you proceed in here, no picture, no video is allowed. This place will be our last part, and the name of this place is called Freedom Home. So the images that you are seeing here expresses his facial mood about the struggle that he went in to gain our independence. And when you bring it into your life, just to say that after all, he was also human. So he had a sadness and happiness as well. And the red, yellow, green, the blood star found in the flag of Ghana. Red means the blood of our forefathers who fought for our independence. The yellow means our mineral resources, the green means our vegetation, the black are the hope of Africa. And this was Kwame's famous quote that I'm not African because I was born in Africa, but because African was born in me. Meaning that when you take him from the continent of Africa to any part of the continent, you can't take African from the heart of him. Africa lives in him no matter where you take him to. And this was one of his great quotes ever. And the tree here was planted by our current president after the renovation in 2023, and just a year of it. This very one, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. This place will be our last part.